Welcome to my kitchen. As you can see, as everything else in my house, it is a mess. My countertops are full of stuff. I have a couple of dishes in the sink, which is not horrible, but the countertops full of stuff is what is driving me crazy currently and what I am going to be tackling in this video. Just showing you all the madness, and not even countertops. There's this shelf out in my coffee area that is full of stuff, my drawers. Oh my goodness, so much stuff. And underneath in the cabinets, also so much stuff. It is just stuff overload that I am trying to tackle one space, one section at a time. I'm not going to get to everything today, but I just want to show you the state of my kitchen because I think it is crazy that it's gotten to this point. It's just full with stuff, a little dirty, needs some paint, but just in general, just stuffed with things. As you can see, I have a ton of tea, lots of things. I just bought those popcorn seasonings because we actually do watch movies and eat popcorn. But going through the teas and basically throwing a lot of them away because most of them have been here for ever, like years. Some of them I recently bought, and so I'm gonna keep those and hopefully we can get through them. And then going through all of the other drawers as well, we have a bunch of cup sleeves for those throwaway cups, along with rubber bands, random knickknacks, papers, I don't even know, some kind of remote control thing, some kind of pebbles. God knows, it's been there forever. So just going through and sifting through those items, cloths, rubber bands. How many rubber bands does a family need? Honest question. Also, some knobs for the cabinets that I changed out years ago that I am now remembering I had and actually moving them. Some of those things look really rusty, so I don't even know why they're there. This is where I'm left with the drawers. I took everything out, and now there's a bunch of stuff everywhere. All of this is expired coffee. I mean, it's been here for years now. I don't even know how long. Obviously, we haven't actually touched it in a while, so it's expired. There's random manuals for machines that I know how to use, and if I don't know how to use, I can probably Google it. So I don't know that I need any of these things. More trash and some random cloths that I found. So I'm gonna clean these drawers up inside because there's like coffee remnants, and then I'm going to put some of the stuff back, and then we'll move on to what's down here. And I'm hoping to do something quick and easy there as well because I don't feel like doing it. Or maybe I should actually work on the stuff at the top before I move to the bottom, just to kind of clear up some of that clutter. Let's do that. Let's clear up the clutter on the top and then move to the bottom. Yeah? Okay. Now I'm vacuuming up all the little coffee remnants in the drawers, and I'm sorry I don't have one of those cute little fancy little tiny vacuum things. I just use my regular old vacuum, the wand section or area or whatever. But yeah, just cleaning them up, and now also wiping them down or trying to. I thought that paper looking thing was going to actually come up, but it didn't. It just glued down papers. Putting down my popcorn seasonings, my rubber bands in case I need them. And now focusing on that little shelf up above my coffee bar, just trying to get rid of some clutter, some visual clutter, some coffee, random stuff, just to make it a little bit less crazy. And again, going through all the things that I put on the countertop to see if I can declutter before I start moving some of these pieces off of the countertop, picking up the trash. I should have just put it in a bag to begin with, but no, I just decided I was going to throw it on the floor and deal with it after the fact. Now I am starting on the drawers, or well, the drawer, obviously. I'm taking everything out, but trying to take everything out, one, to see what I have, but two, because I'm going to be relocating some of the items that I have in some of the cupboards, I guess, and trying to make life a little bit more sense in that I have things that I'm actually using closer to where I do the cooking versus having them way out there. Not that it's far, not that my kitchen is huge, but still, I think this is going to make more sense. And my thought is really on these Tupperwares is to put them into a drawer because I have gone through the Tupperware cabinet so many times, and every time it turns out the way you saw it in the beginning. It's just a hot mess, and I lose tops, bottoms, whatever. Not that the drawer is going to help, but maybe it will contain it better. I don't know. I think it will. And I may have to redo this again slightly because, as you will see at the end of this video, I still don't have my stuff together. I still don't know what I'm doing, but I'm trying to contain the madness. Now, onto the bottles. I have so many dang bottles, but at least I feel like I have a place for them. Then putting over here all my items that I think are bulky.
This is where we're at today. All of this is trash. It either is like takeaway containers or from like lunch meat and doesn't have a top or bottom or whatever. Just random. And then I took everything off of the top, well, almost everything. And my thought is I'm going to take this coffee maker and put it down here as well. We barely use this. What we do use is this more often than this. So if we want to use a big thing of make a big pot of coffee, we can, but otherwise that's going down and then just condense this section.
And this is my countertop with all the things I took out of that giant drawer. A bunch of junk, just like everywhere else. Well, some of the junk I use. And this is a cabinet right by the sink. I am just doing a little vacuum, a little bit of a wipe down, just to make sure there's nothing actual dirty in there. And then putting my, the base of my Vitamix in there along with the air fryer. Then vacuuming in my pantry and putting the giant coffee maker in there because it did not fit in the cabinet.
Push this together in one spot and have like actual space to make popcorn or do whatever I need to do here. So looking better. I do have space right here, and I think I'm going to take the rice cooker and put it there because we don't use the rice cooker daily and it doesn't make sense to have the space sitting there.
And here is the countertop in my coffee bar area. I actually put this contact paper that you can see in the corner right there on here a couple of years ago, thinking I would do something temporary to see if I liked it. Well, one, I hate the contact paper. You can see the gashes in there from God knows what, but it's just so cheap and it does not look nice. So I do not recommend. It's really hard to get off too.
Much better. But then we pan over to the left and it's a hot mess, but also looking a bit better. So let's go through the stuff over here and maybe some of these drawers. I can maybe put some of the stuff into the drawers that I just cleaned up. Let's do that.
I went through and consolidated stuff, threw away trash, went through and tried to find all the pumpkin carving things that we got last year for Halloween, put them away, put together all the papers and random things, threw away some stuff that we don't have the appliances for anymore, and decided I was going to put all those papers that I said I didn't need because I had the internet into this drawer. Because I guess who knows what could possibly happen. Then I was going to put some other utensils here, but decided I was going to make this my baking drawer, and thank goodness the drawer actually closes, and put more things out of one of these overpacked drawers to try to put them into the other one. there goes that quote unquote baking drawer. Not sure that the immersion blender qualifies as a baking thing, but I will go with that. And then again, going back to the pumpkin carving things and random cinnamon sticks and I don't know, whatever was in that bottom drawer, just going through it. And then I disappear, and then I come back, and still more wooden things that I need to find a space for. Oh my God. And then some random paper for something that my mother-in-law used at some point. Gloves. I do use gloves. I actually do like using gloves while cooking, especially raw meat. I don't know what it is. I just don't like touching it sometimes. So I do use that. And here's my second drawer. Honestly, by this point, I was going to continue and take this one out or the stuff out of that one out. And I just couldn't. I was just like, I'm done. I've worked here. At this point, it's probably been like 2 hours. And I decided I was done and I'm just going to take care of the things that I have and clean off the walls and the countertops and just leave it as is because I just was not into it. And yeah, just trying to keep a tidy home is a lot of work. As you can see, my countertops definitely need help. There's white caulk, different story, annoying, quite annoying, but I need to fix that. I need to do something with those. I don't know what I will do this summer, but I am planning on doing something. Then just washing some of the dishes, putting down my drying rack or drying towel. Those things are for my son's lunch boxes. That's what keeps it together. And yeah, just going through, doing a little bit of cleaning, trying to get things under control so that way the week starts off better for me. Those are silicone mats that I use, but they're so gross. I don't know if I want to keep those. That pot. Somebody made some ramen with some cheese, and then those stickers have been there forever, and I'm just now like, okay, why don't I just wash it? And then the sink. My mother-in-law used to do this, and I don't know if anyone else has done this, but my sink is a porcelain sink, and it tends to stain with any little movement, it seems, from any of the pots or pans or what have you. So try to get those gray things out. And then just a quick little vacuum to round out the kitchen reset. Not quite a big reset, but big enough for this weekend.
Drawers, like this one. I have a bunch of stuff in here. I need to go through, see what's duplicate, what I can get rid of, and somehow organize this. And then we have the second drawer full of also a bunch of crap. I may take out like the cookie cutters. I see a cookie cutter right here and put them in that baking drawer. Maybe I can do that real quick. And then just go through and again, probably see what duplicates I have. Like why do I have Chick-fil-A sauce and ketchup in here? Get rid of some of the duplicates, paper stuff, move it off. This, I have a space for those already. So just kind of go through that and then organize this a little bit better. I have also been through this drawer before. I've gotten rid of quite a bit of stuff, but as you can see, it's still full of lots of stuff that I may or may not need to be in here. So I just need to organize myself and figure out what to do with this one. And then the bottom one, I just moved all the bowls for baking and whatever, and then all the food storage containers. I have more storage containers in the fridge and the washing machine, so this may change a bit as well. I'm not sure. I'll have to kind of see how this works out, and I may just pare down to a few less because we have a lot. And then we're about to cook some food, but then all up here, I have not touched this either, but I need to figure out what to do. If anyone knows how to organize these deep, giant drawer things, like we just have a bunch of junk in here, as you can tell, and candy that I hide from the kids, but like, I don't know what to do up here, to be honest. I don't know how to organize this. It's really deep and just things get lost in there. So if anyone has any suggestions, let me know. Maybe baking things. I don't know. Let me know, please. Somebody help me. I think this is where I'm gonna leave it. I'm tired and it's been a lot of work. And I think I feel good about the way that it's starting to look. I feel good about it. So I'm just gonna not worry about it anymore. I'm just gonna live with this for a while and see if this makes sense, if this feels right, and then go from there. And then I am going to, at some point, probably this summer once school lets out, paint the kitchen, do some work, do some DIY work, which is why I kind of want to get the kitchen under control as far as what's inside the cabinet, so that way it's less cluttered everywhere. So yeah, thank you so much for watching. I hope you have a wonderful Saturday or Sunday or whatever day you're watching it. I hope you have a wonderful day. Thank you so much, and I'll see you later.